You're late, Hemlock.
There were matters that required my attention.
Now that we're all finally here, we can begin.
Phased, widespread deployment will ensure
The strategy for galactic unification. Dr. Hemlock, what do you have to report on your advanced science division?
Once we fully unlock the secrets previously known only to the Kaminoans and everyone else.
Comes against us.
Now, Commander Krennic, enlighten us to the status of Project Stardust.
Yes, Governor Tarkin.
Sir, insurgents disguised as troopers have infiltrated the compound.
Switch all communications to encoded channels and find them. Tedderly, take your seat, gentlemen.
Six detonations confirmed. Multiple.
You're a hard man to find, Galen. But farming. Really? Man of your talents? It's lonely, I imagine. Oh. Oh. My condolences. Search the house! The work has stalled. I need you to come back. We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close to providing peace, security for the galaxy. You have to start somewhere. You're an inspired scientist, but you're a terrible liar. Look, here's Lyra back from the dead. It's a miracle. Stop! Troublesome as ever. No, of course I'm not. I'm taking you all. You'll all come, you, your child, as heroes of the Empire. Think very carefully. Do it. They have a child! Find it!
No notes. No records. None of you were here. Nobody puts this in their calendar. All service and transport droids will be data wiped once we're done. Your colleagues, superiors, if they're not in this room, they're not cleared for the project. Colonel Yularen, Governor Tarkin, all senior commanders will be notified by the Emperor at the time of his choosing. Now, the group in this room is, of this moment, the tightest of closed circles. Any security violation will be brought to the Emperor's personal attention.
Of excellence is known everywhere as the standard of luxury, is never stopping to feed or sleep until the Gorman sun has set. 40 billion gorlectopods housed in weaveries across the planet will spin the fiber, from which 60 million volts of air to provide a single processing and delivery system. All that gorgeous material gathered for display and sale, source of that term.
Gorman is of great interest to the Empire. I doubt anyone here is unaware of the difficulties we've had making the Emperor's dream of energy independence a reality. Now, I hear the rumors, I know the stories, delays, setbacks, groveling for Senate funding. I met with the Emperor yesterday. He suggested, I remind you, that the energy initiative remains the centerpiece of his agenda. Access to stable, unlimited power will transform the galactic economy and solidify imperial authority. And it turns out spiders are not the most unique thing in Gorman. There's a mineral underground. Dr. Calcite. Synthetic calcite. Calcite alternatives. Calcite substitutes. I mean, the amount of time spent pondering this grubby little bit of rock is sadly astonishing. Now, we've promised delivery in 3 years. That delivery is dependent on some version of Gorman calcite to coat the reactor lenses. Now, should we fail to find any alternatives, we will have to control Gorman with a hand firm enough to silence any resistance. And you've been selected to help plan for that possibility.
Calcite extraction, I'm assuming it's...
There is a risk of total collapse.
9 cities.
Relocation would be ideal, but we need to plan for alternatives, all of which will require preparation.
Gorman is neither obscure nor without political power. They will not go quietly.
Which is exactly why you're here. If we're not here to gloss over any difficulties, the suppression of Gorman is not a decision to be taken lightly. This is not our first meeting on the subject. D. Shambo, Nisus Osar will be our partners from the Ministry of Enlightenment. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Director.
Hasn't there always been something slightly arrogant about the Gore? And didn't it seem as if the Gore were doing what they always do? Did a dedicated Imperial Naval Inspector really have to die to protect Gorman's? The secrecy, the overcharging...
Okay. We get the idea. You're awfully quiet, aren't you?
It's a lot to take in.
Oh. I heard you learn quickly.
I like to know what I'm talking about.
You're here at my request. I don't get to Coruscant much these days, but I do keep my ear to the ground. Now, some people might not have recovered from an incident like Ferrix. You're not inspired by the anti-Gorman whispering campaign.
I'm still forming an opinion.
Piece of advice. You think you're hard to read? You need to get over that. Now, you have a plan already. You had it before they finished speaking. I want your assessment.
Propaganda will only get you so far. You need a radical insurgency you can count on.
Count on for what?
You need Gorman rebels you can depend on to do the wrong thing. Director.
Did Krennic offer you the job?
You know that he did.
Then it's done. We're in it. Gorman will be yours to run as you wish. You'll only answer to Krennic, and he's got no time for anything but results.
There's something fresh to the collection up front, and this is our latest addition. And the Miracle Man who helped to Krennic, Luthen Rail.
What a pleasure.
How can you? Senator Mothma, Perrin Firther, I'm sure you've met before.
Oh, yes, I've been a guest at her committee several occasions.
How pleasant to see you free of the witness stand.
What a festive evening this has become.
Ah, yes, the Lost Ten.
Thing special.
Any idea who's in this room right now?
You're not smiling.
We like it that we know of. This is the one that was left behind during the Battle of Carmine. There's a stone carving that depicts 3 identical Ten. There's a Carminian helmet. It's a few...
We studied the Battle of Carmine at the ISB Academy.
Well, it wasn't much of a battle, was it?
No, how right you are.
All language could be reduced to touch. Their skin.
You know how it is. Insurgencies have a long history of puffing up their failures.
We were taught it was a systematic execution.
Well, that is exactly my point.
Criminals love to lie. After all, who wants to die for lawless ineptitude? Words do still have meaning. Yes, I'm sure we can still agree on that.
Simply wish to be left alone.
Vulnerable?
What's the word for people who skin trespassers alive?
Very long time ago.
They had their own code of conduct.
Ah. My rebel is your terrorist. Something like that. What a swell party this is.
Tinian Codex. Isn't it lovely?
I understand that this piece is a favorite of yours.
It's very special.
Why?
You read by touch. Your hand.
Well, I'm sure we can all think of some people who'd be right at home.
Touch. I often find myself wandering by and to wonder at another world. You should have killed Krennic while we were up there.
That's the spirit.
Captain, rebels led by Saw Gerrera have breached Hold 6 and taken possession of the cargo. Alert Director Krennic at Imperial Command.
Your TIE Defender program is at risk. Orson Krennic has been quite persuasive about diverting the funding to his own project, Stardust.
The Emperor has assured me that he supports my project.
In my view, Director Krennic's project has been nothing but expenses and excuses for years on end.
Orson Krennic's been building a secret weapon for over a decade. Colonel Yularen wasn't even told until a month ago.
Gorman, Scarif, Kyber, Krennic, Urso.
Galen Urso, Galen.
Engineer Galen Urso. Super weapon based in Scarif, fuel from Gorman, Kyber from Jeddah. ISB Krennic.
Who else knows?
About what?
Is the urgency of the situation not palpable?
All I have been told is that Supervisor Young is dead.
Is that why I'm here? For the murder of an ISB clerk? Has my reputation slid so precipitously? Now just take a moment. What single thing would drag me to this forsaken basement? Say it. Say the word.
Death Star.
Who else knows?
Partagaz.
No, I want the names. I don't know. Resistance is absurd.
I am not a rebel spy.
Oh, at the moment, that is the only plausible scenario. Young? Was he on your list of suspects?
Young was a busybody, always on the fringes.
When did you give him your code cert?
Why would I do that?
I don't have time for why. Your motivations are far less pressing than the extent of your betrayal. Who told you about Galen Urso? Gorman mining schedules?
I have clearance for Gorman.
What about orbital progress assessments? Edu research journals? We found 2 years of Jeddah working group printouts in your files.
I should have reported it.
And I should have pegged you as a scavenger a long time ago.
I didn't read them all. Most of them I never opened.
But you read enough, didn't you? You and your fringy friend. Supervisor Young spent 3 hours last night logged into your account. Now, shall we take a guess at what he might have told Lucen Rail?
I was searching for Axis. That's all I was ever doing. In classic fashion, your team tortured him to death.
And that crucial piece of information, rather than being directed my way, was buried and became something I had to scavenge for.
How terribly perplexing. How does one balance such passionate competency with the mindless decision to confront Luthen Rail on your own? If you're not a rebel spy, you missed your calling.
She wasn't at the gallery.
If you have a moment. We're done here.
Whatever Young told Rail, she knows too. It may be days before he's well enough to be questioned. She needs to be found. We need agents at every transit point we can cover.
We'll do our best to carry on without you.
Director.
What's your name again?
Hit.
Supervisor Hit. You will put this image out as wide and deep and far as it takes until we find her. You'll search every comm and transit point. There will be no horizon to the scope of your inquiry, nor will there be any limit to your effort. Failure will earn you a place in the ever-lengthening ISB death march. Are we clear?
To be clear, what's the charge? Sedition?
She must be found.
There it is. What are you still doing here?
What a prescient turn of phrase.
I can't protect you, Leo. You sound like Tarkin. Oh. We're moments away. Days! A few more tests, we're there.
Save the sermon for Palpatine.
Indeed. You have a plague to stop, and I was due in Scarif 2 hours ago.
Best of luck to us both.
One had hoped that he and Lord Vader might have been here for such an occasion. Your concerns hardly warranted.
All Imperial forces have been evacuated, and I stand ready to destroy the entire moon. Target Jeddah City. Prepare single reactor ignition. Fire!
Or the entire station.
Oh, it's beautiful. You'll tell the Emperor as much. That was only an inkling of its destructive potential. We stand here amidst my achievement, not yours! The breaches have been filled. Jeddah has been silenced. I want to see about this.
Excellent news, Galen. The battle station is complete.
You must be very proud. Gather your engineers. I have an announcement. Is that all of them?
Yes.
Gentlemen, one of you betrayed the Empire. Step forward. Very well. Ready? Fire! Fire! How do I know the weapon is complete? Let me share with you some details. Jeddah, Saw Gerrera, his band of fanatics, their holy city, the last reminder of the Jedi, gone. Now, where have I heard that before?
Return fire! To your station! Get our fighters in the air now! Galen Erso, I want every dispatch, every transmission he has ever sent called up for inspection. Get started. Are we blind? Deploy the garrison! Move! Lock down the base. Lock it down. Do it! What? Send my guard squadron into battle. 2 men with me now. Get that beach under control. Who are you? Oh, I have I?
He built a flaw in the Death Star.
The shield is up. Your signal will never reach the rebel base. All your ships in here will be destroyed. I lose nothing but time. You, on the other hand, die with the rebellion.
Yeah.